guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a design change on these nails, because if you watched my last video then you'll know that I did not actually really like these nails. So I'm just going in with my e-file and just filing off that design. I left this design for probably about a week or so. Just trying to, force myself to like it, and I thought maybe if I just kept it, I'd eventually end up liking it, but I just could never get myself to like it, and I don't know why I didn't really like it, so I just decided to remove that design and create a whole new design that hopefully I would like more. I also wasn't really a huge fan of the pinky and thumb fingers being just the glitter and there not being some sort of top coat on them. I didn't like the texture and the feel of just the glitter itself, so that was really irritating me and I wanted to get those off. I had skipped over my middle finger because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do for the new design and if the snowman aquarium nail would work with it or not. So I just skipped filing it for now until I kind of figured out what I was going to do for the rest of the nails. After I finished with my e-file, I'm just taking my hand file and just smoothing out the nails so they're smooth and even when I go into do the nail art. So I got the nails all filed, and I did decide to file down the aquarium nail a little bit because I decided on what I was going to do. I'm going to start by taking this brown color from Model 1s and painting my entire ring finger. I'm going to do like a gingerbread themed nail set. I've been seeing a lot of people do these gingerbread themes nails, and I've really been loving them. So I wanted to try it out for myself. So I'm just taking that white polish from Model 1s, and I am drawing on the door. I'm inserting a few different screenshots of the sets that I've seen that inspired me to do this set. So I'm taking some inspiration from them and adding them to my nails and doing a little bit different stuff just to make them my own and not completely copy what they did, because I didn't want to do the traditional like red and green colors for this set. I'm not really a huge fan of Christmas or like Christmas colors, so I wanted to make it a little bit different. After I got the door painted on, I take this red from Model 1s and I'm just going to draw some lines on it to make it look like candy cane. So these lines that I'm starting with here, I thought they were fine, but then once I got to the other side, those lines ended up being thinner and I liked how they looked more. So I ended up wiping off the lines, the first set of lines that I did, and made them thinner so they matched up with the other side. After I finish the door, I take my white gel polish and I do like the snowy rooftop with the like icing type of design. I just kind of drew a little squiggly line and then just filled in the rest of that area. I was originally just going to leave it plain white, but it felt like it needed something more. So later off camera, I added like my clear top coat, and then I sprinkled on some glitter to make it look more like snowy. After I finish that, I draw on the window. some more stuff to the house to make it look like it was made out of candy. So I took these little like pebble rock looking things out of this like nail art charm box, and I thought they looked like little candies. I applied my rhinestone glue and my matte top coat to the bottom half of the nail, and then I apply the little rock pebble things around the window to make it look like the window is made out of candy, and then I applied one on the door for like the little door handle. After I got those on, I cured it for 60 seconds just to make sure that everything was cured and they were secured on. And then I also top coated the white glittery part with a shiny top coat. After that, I go in with my white and I paint my middle finger and my thumb. I'm going to do like a peppermint swirl type of design on them. I did do a second coat of the white, but I did that off camera. Once the white's cured, I take this purple and pink gel polishes from Savvyland, and I'm going to start on the peppermint design. I start with the pink, and from the middle I just do like a curved shape, and then I take the second line and I do it where it comes to a point at the middle but then gets wider as it goes down to the bottom of the shape. And then I fill that in, and if I need to make it wider at the bottom, then I will, or I'll just move on to the next line if I like how that looks. I chose not to cure this first stripe and go on to the next one just so I could finish the design or finish all the stripes before curing, because I wanted to make sure they were all spaced how I wanted them, and there was enough space for the purple color before curing, so that way I could easily just wipe off the pink if I needed to, instead of having to file it all off. I do one more pink stripe after this one, and after I get that on, I go ahead and I cure the pink stripes for 30 seconds, and then I do a second coat of the pink just so it's fully covered, everything's fully covered and there's no white peeking through the pink before I move on to the purple stripes. After I had gotten the pink on and fully cured, I go in with the purple and just repeat the same thing that I did with the pink. I did this same design on my thumb. I just did it off camera because I felt like it wasn't necessary for me to show this process twice because it's just the same thing on both nails. Once I finish my peppermint swirls, I'm taking my yellow from Savvyland and I'm painting my entire pinky nail with that yellow. I believe I do like 3 coats of the yellow just so the entire nail is fully covered and opaque. And then I take my glitter and I dump that on top of the last layer of the yellow that I did. I wanted this nail to look kind of like a gumdrop. I repeated that same process on my pointer finger, but I used blue instead of yellow. After I finish that, I do take a top coat that I have dedicated for glitter and I topped off the pinky and the pointer finger. I will be adding a second layer of top coat at the end. I like to top my glitter nails twice because the first layer of top coat kind of sinks into the glitter and it still leaves that rough bumpy texture that I don't like. So then I apply a second top coat so it's smooth. Moving on to my middle finger, I take my matte top coat and I apply that because I wanted the peppermint to be matte, but I'm doing a 3D gingerbread on top of it. So I wanted to get that top coated first before doing the gingerbread. To do the 3D gingerbread, I'm going to be taking this clear polygel and I'm going to mix in the brown gel polish that I used for my ring finger to create a gingerbread color. To start the gingerbread, I just take a little glob of the polygel and I apply that to the nail. This will be his head, and to do that I just dip my brush into some isopropyl alcohol and just push the polygel around and smooth it out to form a circle to create his head. After I got his head in place, I went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds just to make sure that it was fully cured, because I did mix in the brown polish. I didn't want any of the polygel to be left uncured. And then I take some more polygel and add it on to create his body. And then once I get his body finished, I cure that for 60 seconds. Then I move on to his arms and then his legs. After I get my gingerbread finished, I do one final cure for 60 seconds just so I can be 100% sure that everything is fully cured and there's no uncured polygel in the middle or anything. There is someone riding around the neighborhood on like a dirt bike or something outside. I'm not sure if you can hear that on here or not, but if you can, sorry about that. After my gingerbread is fully cured, I take a dotting tool and my white gel polish and I dot on his eyes, and then I take a liner brush and draw on his mouth, and then I go and I draw on the little like icing stripes that are on his arms and legs, and then I cure all that. I'm going to be taking these rhinestones and using them as his little buttons. I'm going to apply my rhinestone glue first and then my matte top coat, And I take a red rhinestone and a green rhinestone and apply those. After I get the rhinestones in place where I want them, I do cure for 60 seconds. So I was going to use the light purple and the light pink rhinestones out of here and do a little rhinestone design on my thumb because I didn't like the way the swirls met in the middle. So I apply my rhinestone glue and then my matte top coat, and then I just start placing on the rhinestones how I think I want them. So as I started placing on the pink and purple rhinestones, I realized it was kind of hard to see them. Like, they were a lot lighter than I was expecting, but I was just gonna go with it. And then I added some of the really teeny tiny little AB crystals that I have to them to add some more to it, because I felt like just those pink and purple ones wasn't enough, or I didn't really like it. But then once I added those little ones, I still didn't like it, so I wiped everything off and started over. So instead, I just took a larger AB rhinestone and placed that right in the middle, and then I put smaller ones around it, and I ended up really liking it, so then I cured it for 60 seconds. And now I'm just top coating my pinky and pointer fingers again to get rid of that rough bumpy texture on the glitter, and I cure those for 60 seconds, and then once those are fully cured, I apply my cuticle oil. And this is what the nails look like finished. I love them so much. I am so happy with them, and I'm glad I changed out from that original design that I had on this hand, because I just was not feeling it. But these ones turned out so good, And I know they're not like traditional Christmas colors, so they don't really have that Christmas feel to them so much. But I think they're Christmassy enough because it is like gingerbread, and Christmas time is really the only time you really see gingerbread and gingerbread houses. But overall, I'm super happy with them, and they're so cute, and they turned out so good. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.